Well, hello and welcome to the Cruise Diary on a soggy Friday. Weather like this is just dreadful. The Gulf's been washed out. Don't you just wish that you were cruising somewhere nice? I wish I was, instead of being stuck here in this weather. Anyway, I'll crack on with the cruise news, and something that actually came out a week ago. I should have mentioned it and didn't, and that's that the final Solstice class ship from Celebrity Cruises, they've given her a name. She's going to be called the Celebrity Reflection, which I think is a beautiful name. Now, they say they chose it because this is the fifth and final of the Solstice class ships. They're the ones with the lawn on the top, and they say it's time to look back and reflect on the success of the series. I actually think they just ran out of celestial names because the first three, Solstice, Equinox, Eclipse, they're struggling on the fourth one, which comes out next August. That's called Celebrity Silhouette, and then the Reflection comes out in 2012, and I think they just ran out of ideas. And they've actually picked the best name of the lot because it's lovely. It's not like you get all these magics and dreams and splendours that once one cruise line picks a name, all the other cruise lines seem to want to follow. There's one other cruise ship name that I do like the sound of, however, and that's the Carnival Breeze. That comes out in the beginning of 2012, and that's the sister ship to the Carnival Dream and the Carnival Magic. What's in a name, eh? Talking of names, there's only just over a week to go. It's a week on Monday that the Queen will be naming the Queen Elizabeth at a ceremony in Southampton. Top security, no video cameras allowed. But the big question, of course, is will the bottle break? Well, I'm sure it will. The Queen's got form. She's pretty good at this. Unlike her daughter, Princess Anne, and unlike her daughter-in-law, Camilla, both of whom have had bottles not break, the Queen's an old hand at this. She'll be fine. Peter Shanks, the boss of Cunard, he picked up the keys to the Queen Elizabeth this week in the shipyard in Italy, and she's now sailing her way round to Southampton. It made me laugh when they sent out this publicity picture of him holding the keys to the ship. Well, I think, look at the engines. This is called a Mack M43C engine, and the Queen Elizabeth's got 6 of these. I'm fairly sure it takes more than a little key to start them, so symbolic, but a nice gesture. The ship now belongs to Cunard. They're putting the finishing touches on her. It's going to be a brilliant event next Monday, and watch out for the video on Tuesday. It's a week on Monday, by the way, not this Monday coming, a week on Monday. One other thing to talk about, if you were a fan of Ocean Village 2, now remember that was part of Cruises for people who don't do cruises. Well, they sold the ship, or transferred her, to P&O in Australia. They gave her a new name called the Pacific Jewel. But if you're missing her, and I do, I loved that ship. She had a fantastic spar, and I loved the casual cruising and all that. Well, you'll be able to catch up if you're a fan of Neighbours, because it's a marvellous piece of product placement. But there's 2 episodes of Neighbours are going to feature sequences filmed on the Pacific Jewel. Now, the storyline is that Towdy, he wins the cruise in a prize and takes his girlfriend on the ship. Great bit of product placement though, isn't it? 70,000 tonnes of product placement. Absolutely superb. Now I'm going to end you with a plug for a mate. You've heard of John Heald. He's the senior cruise director for Carnival Cruise Line, and he does this brilliant blog every day telling you what it's like on Carnival, warts and all actually. It's really, really funny. But bridge tours. When I go on my cruises for the videos, I always try to get up on the bridge and show you a bit of backstage. Well, normally passengers can't do that. So there's a couple of lines now that do behind the scenes tours where you have to pay and then you can go. But normally, the bridge especially, absolutely restricted area because of security. Well, it wasn't always like that. And John Heald, he picked up a video that was made in 1983, and it was on the Carnival Festivale. And I'm going to leave you with a little clip of this if you want to see the rest of it, and it really is good. Go over to John Heald's website, this is the address, and hopefully you'll become a fan of that too. I read it every day. It's must reading. It's great fun. That's it for the cruise news. I do hope the weekend gets better, and I'll see you next week on Tuesday with the Cruise Diary from somewhere a little different. Okay, see you then. Bye-bye.
Temperature in a particular cabin reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit. The glass would be broken and the sprinkler would be activated. As a matter of fact, this week we had 2 sprinklers go off. Those, of course, were in the honeymoon suites.